One.
Good morning. Today is April 30th. This is a Friday. This is your Talent Friday Market Update. I am Jurgen, and this is
Davina in the house. Woo, woo, woo. Good morning. Happy Friday.
You know, as I was starting to point, I looked at the camera and went, hey, I'm actually pointing the right way.
You are pointing the right way. And
literally the right way.
Yes. Where's my finger? Where's my hand? There we go. Oh, no, wrong way.
I think you should be pointing left, which is this way. And I'm actually, my right is pointing right, which is pointing left on the screen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right.
How are you doing?
I'm great. We were just singing songs about the rain before we were live today.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get it out of my head right now. See, you were saying raindrops keep falling on my head. Then prior to that was raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens.
That's a Christmas song, isn't it?
No, it's not. That's
a few of my favorite things, yeah. Right? There are a few of my favorite things. Oh, sorry, I got a little carried away there.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. I don't think it's going to be too bad today. So
no, and and it has to, and my feelings about weather, right? Like in sunshine, I've pretty much made that clear over. But looking out, because I'm looking out the window and just the grass is green and the trees are green, and of course the street is wet, but rain just kind of I love the smell of rain. I just don't want to be in it.
I love the smell of the first rain.
Yeah.
When it's been dry for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's something, and I know it's a terrible thing. I mean, it's from the asphalt. I know it's
rain
like
on the asphalt.
Oils and all the grime that gets on the ground, but something about that smell when it first raises is just so good.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually I knew someone who loved that smell so much she would actually lick pavement, which is disgusting. I am not.
Was it you,
I wish
Drew?
I was joking. I am not joking. One of the sweetest people in the world, but yes.
Was it you?
It was not me, and is not me.
Wow. Okay. Well, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, hasty birthday, young man. I think that should be, is that supposed to be happy birthday?
Well, it did come quickly and it passed. So I'm oh my.
You did celebrate a birthday yesterday.
I did.
Happy birthday.
It was nice, quick. Thank you very much. Spent with family. That is absolutely the best way to go. Got plenty of birthday wishes, and that means I also have to jump on Facebook and say thank you. My wife is letting me know the birthday wishes. I'm like, yes. Now, can you help me say thank you to everybody?
Yeah. It's nice to be remembered on your day. So
yeah, just nice to be remembered overall.
That it is. So we have a couple of things to announce. Like there's some birthdays or anniversaries or something going on soon here, aren't there?
Absolutely. On Sunday, we have a anniversary. Congratulations, Susie Williams, being with us for a year now. That year has flown by.
2 years. Hasn't it been 2 years? Yeah, 2 years.
That means it's gone twice as fast as I thought it did. Oh my goodness. It's just blinking our eyes. It's so amazing.
Yes.
And then we have a birthday, Val Del Valle, tomorrow, which is Saturday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Val.
Yeah. And just prior to us getting into the updates, we got some properties that came on the market. We have a few that are actually coming on today that we can't talk about quite yet. So there will be a few more open houses along the way. We've got a little bit of a market update, a little game we'll play about how the market is going and forecast with our crystal ball, what's happening, run through a couple headlines. But you know what? When looking at headlines and news, completely unrelated to real estate one, but I'm quite excited about it. And I'm trying to update it. And I have to wait until I can put my watch on the charger because it has to update on the charger. If you've got your iPhone and you have an Apple Watch and you update both to the most current software version or operating iOS, you can now open your phone with your mask and your watch will open it up without having to type a passcode and halting and freezing right there.
That's great news, but things that make you go,
What do you mean?
Well, so you can open up and it only identifies just your eyes, right?
Well, it's actually it's the Apple Watch. If you're wearing it, it's turned on and they're connected together. That's what's going to open them.
I see. So as long as you have them paired and together. Gotcha. Yeah, that is really a pain when you have your mask on and then it's like it won't open and then you have to take your mask off or just it's like what? Yeah.
Agreed. So I just have to, I found out about it this morning. I updated everything, but I can't finish the update on my watch until it's on the charger. And I do not carry the charger with me. So
I wasn't aware of that. Thanks for that negative news, Jurgen.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. That ends our progress for today.
Well, actually, what we should do is jump into a couple of new properties that came on the market. The very first one is from Garrett Lafferty from our Olympia office. This is at 1619, 177th Street East in Spanaway. It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2520, so 2,520 square foot on a 4,900 square foot lot. It's greatly, amazingly great price at $459,900. It's a gorgeous one-owner, lovingly maintained home in a desirable Wyndham Ranch community. Drive past Equestrian Properties on your way to the exclusive neighborhood with 2 parks, walking trails, basketball court, and covered picnic area. Minutes away from JBLM shopping and Sprinkler Rec Center. You'll love all the special touches: kitchen with 5-burner stove, included appliances, granite countertops, walk-in pantry, upstairs laundry with folding table, tankless water heater, huge upstairs loft, plus a bonus room, large master with walk-in closet and 5-piece bath, territorial views out on the back, fully fenced yard. Plus, it's built green. Awesome. Saving you money on energy every month, low HOAs, all the amenities. Truly a lovely property. You should check it out this weekend. It is going to be open on Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 4 on each day. Come see Garrett and the crew. You're going to love it.
That's great. And we have some land at awesome opportunity, 2519 Friendly Grove Road, Northeast. Say that 3 times fast. It is listed by Pat DeWeese out of our Olympia office. It is a 0.84 acre custom home lot flat in Northeast Olympia, South Bay area. There's electricity, water, and sewer available. It is there are very few lots that are this close to downtown. You can actually walk or ride your bike to downtown Olympia, visit the farmers market, the waterfront, and the city park is less than a block away. So this is listed at $185. Make sure you drive by, check this out, call Pat for more information. Also, another piece of land, we actually have a few pieces of land that are listed. The next one is at 10507. If we could get that one up on the screen. Seaview Drive on Anderson Island. This one is listed by Amanda Rainey out of our DuPont office. And this is in the Lake Josephine community in Anderson Island. It is an oversized lot with breathtaking views, third of an acre with sound and Mount Rainier views, ready for the home site, access to 2 freshwater lakes, community parks. There's a membership there that includes the golf course, tennis courts, playgrounds, volleyball, boating, swimming, fishing. It is just an amazing piece of property, and it already has a septic design submitted, and it's already approved for a 3-bedroom home. This one is listed at $200,000. amazing lot. Connect with Amanda for more information. And then there is one more, last but not least. I have a listing at 5647 Hawks Prairie Road, Northeast. It is in a great location, 5 acres. It's got a private easement drive, access to the property. It is like a country oasis. You could actually keep it in the status and use it as amazing area for farm, or you can build your dream home on this property. There's no trees to clear, no gopher study needed, no HOA. It is perfect. And if you are interested, give me a call or just call our office. And this one is listed at $299,950. Amazing property. And actually, you can call me or Josh. Josh and I have this one listed together. So Josh Heisen out of our Olympia office and myself.
Yeah, and the very last one is the Olympia's finest community, Mill Pond. It is just right now getting ready to go into phase 3, closing out phase 2. We have some pre-sales that are available. Otherwise, I mean, new construction has just been one of those things. You should definitely go out, check out the model home, just bring your imagination. And that is really similar to land. I mean, we don't see enough land out there. My goodness, to be able to build right now.
It is really, one of the things is still building. If you can find a piece of land, get a builder. My notifications keep going off. I want to silence them. But if you can get a builder and find that piece of land, you actually can potentially build for less or at what you would purchase a home for on the market. And then imagine it just having a custom home, something that is exactly designed how you like it. So, definitely an option that is becoming more and more attractive to buyers these days as we have so low inventory.
Yeah.
And construction loans are very affordable as well. So,
well, one of the opportunities with building a home that is really unique is to be able to get something that is absolutely brand new. And when it's all done and all the ink is dry, etc., you walk into your new home with equity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's a real possibility. I mean, it's in some cases it gets a little bit harder. Like we'll talk within a story here too about, and we've mentioned it before. I mean, one of the drivers with a part of the appreciation has also been the cost of building. I mean, lumber, if you can believe it, has tripled in price over the past year. And believe it or not, they build a lot of homes with lumber.
Surprise, right? Yeah, it hasn't. And just with manufacturing and with COVID and all the things that it's affected a lot of industries and pricing all around appliances, even doors and windows and a lot of the things that, you just order and feel that, think they're going to come. I have a friend that basically just ordered some doors for their home back in, I think it was November, and they just got them a couple of weeks ago. So it's, wow.
Yeah. Appliances, hoods for island inset ranges, just you name it. So many things have been impacted. I think we talk about vaccines and everything else, and absolutely, we're working on getting healthier and better. But these disruptions that occurred at the height are still really being felt today.
Right. Still catching up. Still getting back. So,
well, you know what? When we talk about the market news, let me do this. What do you think? How do you think it has been this past month in April? We're just closing April out right now. We have some numbers from last week, the mid part of last week, and just taking a peek at what it looked like from 2020 into 2021. New listings comparative from last year to this year in the first 4 weeks of April. So this is showing like March 30th and March 29th to April 4th or April 5th, depending on 2020, 2021. 5,760 new listings last year in April. This year, 8,552, an increase of nearly 50%.
Wow. That that actually, and we're still have a shortage, but that was just where we were last year. We were just literally barely 30 days into our stay safe, stay home. You call it lockdown, but yeah, that really was where we were. So we really were feeling the pressure and the tightness of, the inventory shortage, plus then the inability of and the unknown of what our season was at that time. So yeah, this really shows that we are in recovery phase.
Yeah, things are loosening up just a little bit. We're actually going to have a more traditional ramp up from spring into summer. At least that's what all the indications are showing. But, still that buyer demand is so incredibly high that it's still, even with a nearly 50% increase of inventory month over year for the month of April, we still have an imbalance on that demand versus inventory. So, you know what? What do you think, Daviana? This is the crystal ball moment. What do you think this coming week? So when we truly close out April, what percentage above last year's week, might be week 5 or week partial 1 of May? What percentage increase do you think we're going to see next week?
Well, obviously, we're assuming that we are still going to increase. Actually, we're in that season of the listing season now. So, I'll go out. My first thought was 60%.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm going to be just slightly more conservative than that. It was 48.4. I'm going to take the odd number. I'm going to say 51.3. And the reason that I'm going with is that I think, as we got into May, we started to see a little bit, but I didn't go back and double check the number. So that is going strictly on feel. So it'll be fun to see.
And I just threw it out there. So.
Well, you know what? As we go from listings, what we do is we then end up going into the pendings. So last year for the pendings, there were 4,738 pendings for those first 4 weeks in April. And this year, 8,063. Look at that percentage increase. We were talking about nearly 50%. That's slightly over 70% increase in pendings this year over last year.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, yeah, that's a huge number of pendings that we've got from year over year for the same week. So are we guessing on this one too?
Of course we are. What do you mean guessing? I'm taking a hypothetical scientific analysis drawn from years upon years of experience that just helped me make the
educated
on the dot.
Yes.
The hypothesis.
And I'm just making a guess. Well, if we had, we have to go from the week before. So, new listings, but then that won't really. So I'm just gonna go up, and because before I went up 12%, I'm just gonna go up 5% on this one, 75.
Ooh, 75%. Okay, so when I look at this, 3,000.
I'm not thinking into it as much as that, Jurgen.
You know what? I'm gonna slash that down. I'm gonna say it is going to be. I'm gonna say the same number. I'm gonna go with 51.3%.
It says 70.1. What are you talking about?
Well, that was for the full first 4 weeks. But look at the very beginning where it was more than double in the first week, and then slowly the pendings were going up, and so that margin has been narrowing. So I'm thinking we're going to continue to narrow just for the week over the week.
Okay. And I'm just playing roulette here. Whatever the first. No thought behind it.
Bet on black. All right. So the new solds, this is where it's a little bit different. You can look at those numbers, but for the first 4 weeks, 4,745, 8,063 for the end, 34.2%. Something's off on that. Oh, I think a number didn't get put in there. That's what happened. It wasn't really that. Hold on just a sec. With a quick tabulation. Now, I wish I could do this right off my head because it would be amazing. 64 plus 1747 plus 1482 equals. Okay, the real number was 6368. So that's why it was 34.2%. So with that in mind, 34.2% raise. What do you think for the next week here?
Because solds lag, so I'm just gonna say maybe 35.4%.
Now you're getting into the 35.4. Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna bump on that number. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 37.3%. It's gonna be like The Price is Right, you know. We're trying to do it without going over. But we can see that from the solds, we should see more sold activity coming up even through ours. It's just that the pendings, having enough inventory is really what's inhibiting it from really being exceptional right now, or more exceptional than it is. And then we've got the new median sold. So for the new median solds, it was 469,750 for the first 4 weeks. But this year, that's comparative to 590,506. So that's a 25% increase for the median sold price. Knock off the top, knock off the bottom, and then you end up with the middle number. What are your feelings? What do you think for next week here?
Well, it looks like the trend has been since the beginning of April. It's kind of, well, the end of March it went up, but then the beginning of April it's kind of gone up every month. So I would say 30%.
30%. Ooh, you are getting aggressive now. All right. Now, this is where I'm going to go and be a little slower. I'm going to say, 20. I'm going to say 28.2. All right. I have them recorded. You can all listen to this later and write it down as well.
Can I change that real quick?
Okay.
You said 20. Well, no, I'll keep it the same. You said 28.2. I'll go 30. Never mind.
All right. So we're going to see how we do next week. And you know what? Every time we do a prognostication, it only sharpens our skill set. It's pushed out there, but it also lets you know how well we understand the market, which is exceptional. Okay. So with that in mind, we have just a few headlines just to run through. It is just letting you know because we are close to our 9 o'clock time. Also at 9 o'clock, we have our Forms Friday with Steve Chung. You can get the link in the chat. That is where there are a bunch of forms revisions. We're starting to go over the purchase and sale agreement. So there are some changes and also to the terms and conditions. This is going to be a deep dive, multi-part session. So definitely tune on into that. And going through here, mortgage rates, they rise but remain under 3. It rose by 1 base percentage point, so we're still under 3. Terrific news for people who are looking to either buy, possibly refi. It's still incredibly low rates, but that's also a part of what's been going on with the competition on buying homes. So again, we talk about it all the time. Strategies really matter. Is home price appreciation accelerating again? So at the beginning of the year, remember that's only 4 months ago in January, the projections from these 5 institutions, Mortgage Bankers Association, Fannie Mae, Zelman and Associates, Freddie Mac, and National Association of Realtors, they had these projections in the left column, and then our current projections are in the right column. You can see based on the activity and what has been going on, the price appreciation is expected to go up. There was an expectation it was going to come down just a little bit. Part of it was going to be maybe a slacking of some of the interest, raising interest rates, but so far that is not proven. People are adjusting their appreciation forecasts up a little bit. And over here, we've got a staple for investors. please give this. It's an interesting read. Especially if you are an investor, this may be something that could impact or affect you. A staple for investors is the end of the 1031 exchange, where you can, if you have rental property or an investment property, being able to sell it and then take that over and without capital gains tax, reinvest it into property that can go back out in the market for those investment purposes. It's been around since 1921. On exchanges greater than 500,000, they're looking at maybe having some taxes on there. If you're an investor, this is certainly something to keep an eye on. Additionally, there are some other changes that could happen even with inheritance of property. So just keep your eye on what's going on for that. If you are perhaps going to inherit something or invest in something. And then this is just kind of for fun. Well, I guess for fun. Is browsing homes online better than sex? Surety First in California surveyed over 1,000 people with questions exploring why and how often they browse real estate on and Zillow online and everyday activities they would forego in favor of browsing and dreaming of a new home. All right, Davina, what do you think? Do you think people now? Is this a scientific study? No, I think this is just a phone poll, and it matters who they call. But I'll give you before we give you the answer. There's over 50% are spending more time browsing online for real estate than they were prior to the pandemic. We have 50% of people have missed an important deadline at least once because they were browsing. 56% of people have canceled plans with a friend at least once because they were browsing. 57% have been late to an event or appointment because they were browsing. And 41% say that browsing has caused issues in their work or professional life. That is kind of amazing. So if you want to know, in this survey, did they find that people prefer browsing online for real estate over sex? The answer is closer than it ever should be. 51.4% still prefer intimacy over browsing alone in a dark room at 48.6% looking at houses.
And does it really say that? Browsing alone in okay.
No, it does not go. And you're right, Donna. There was a SNL skit about that. Does it really
say that? Okay. Yeah, that's really interesting. And of course, it depends on who's being polled because stats can be completely skewed. But really, I think it's just, honestly, I think it's just the attention is elsewhere because you could be browsing anything and your attention, if your attention is somewhere else, then definitely would have an effect. That's what I say.
Yeah. The one thing is, I can't imagine. I don't have to imagine because the numbers are right there, which is amazing. 48.6%. When asked that specific question, though, would you rather browse Zillow or have sex? Almost 50% actually said, yeah, I'd rather look at houses. Oh, my.
Well.
And on that note, we have reached the end. I'm going to go look at some houses.
You go.
Just don't disturb me for a while, okay? Anywho.
Oh, wow.
All right.
So, yeah, I guess we are about out of time. 9:01. Plans for the weekend?
Sure.
I'm gonna go see some open houses, and the weather should be decent this weekend. I think we're gonna end up. The rain's gonna subside, and we'll have some some decent weather this weekend. So, yeah, we are really getting geared up for spring. Next weekend is Mother's Day weekend, so definitely got to get prepared for Mother's Day. And all of the mothers in your life, whether they are biological mothers or just virtual mothers or mother figures, we've got to think about them.
And everybody watching in Washington State is going to have May 3rd, right? Is going to be new announcements about
Yeah, are we moving up or are we staying? Are we moving back in regards to the phase that we're in this state? So we'll hear from Governor Inslee probably this on Monday, right?
Yeah, I believe so. All right. Well, you know what? Thank you, Davina. It was fun again, as always. Again, I have a computer pulled up. I guess I'm going to start looking at some real estate on my own. And yeah.
Okay, Jurgen. Oh, we'll have to have a conversation with Donna about that. So
don't worry, she knows. All right. So we always end with a big Be Bold, and that is just a declaration to go do something today that grows your comfort zone and makes you a little bit uncomfortable, because that is where all the positivity and that is where all your growth happens. So you want to count us out?
Sure. I will count us down on 3. Be bold, and let's actually do something bold this weekend. So on 1, 2, 3,
be bold. Bye.
Have a great weekend.